Bardstown, Kentucky is known for bourbon, but this morning it is giving us something smoother. Our next guest just signed her record deal. That is the same label as Jelly Roll, Lainey Wilson, Jason Aldean, and Blake Shelton. So she's seriously in good company and has wasted no time. She just dropped her single, Better Roses, and y'all, it is already blooming. Mary Kutter, she joins us in studio with more. How's it going?
You know, I can't complain. Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
So you are just making waves over in Nashville. You moved there a couple years ago. So how'd you get started in music?
Well, I started back at WBRT in Bardstown. I was hosting a music variety show, and I started interviewing different guests who, long story short, they asked me to start songwriting with them. So I started the trip back and forth from Kentucky to Nashville, and I was riding with different folks. And you know how it goes. You write with Billy Bob. Billy Bob's like, you got to write with Sally. Then you write with Sally, then Becky, and it goes on and on. So I made the move to Nashville, and for the last couple of years, I've been making my bread and butter, writing songs for other artists to sing. And I'll tell you what, it has been a wild roller coaster, but I'm just having a blast.
Yeah, and you just released this new single. It came out last Friday. Better
So excited.
Roses. But let's actually kind of dive into your songwriting. Like these aren't just like your typical bar hopping songs that you're writing. These are like hard hitting topics that are really close here to Kentucky.
Yeah. Well, you know, there's nothing wrong with obviously writing those types of songs. But I do find myself, at least with the songs that I sing, to always be more intrigued with writing songs about, you know, where my heart is, which is Kentucky. And, you know, my first song that started kind of doing a little something for me as an artist was about my great-granddaddy, who was a bootlegger here in central Kentucky. And that kind of kicked the door open. And then, you know, other songs that I've written that, you know, kind of center around Kentucky. There was a song that I wrote about the Cornbread Mafia called Smell the Smoke. And then I wrote a song about the opioid crisis called The Devil Wore a Lab Coat. And it really is crazy, you know, just writing about where you're from and your roots. You can leave Kentucky, but Kentucky does not leave you.
That is correct.
Yep.
So Better Roses, new single. So what's that one about?
Oh, I'm so excited about this song. You know, it's kind of a wild story song. It's kind of like if Alfred Hitchcock wrote a story song, and it's about this housewife who, well, she murders her husband and she buries him in the backyard. And, you know, she did find a unique way, I guess, to take care of her garden and the thorn in her side.
This is like such an intriguing song. As soon as I turned it on, I was like, wait a second. She just said what? And like, it keeps you wanting more. And I just love like the rock angle that you bring into this as well. What were some of your influences growing up?
Oh, girl, you know what's crazy? I actually saw my favorite band the night before we wrote Bed of Roses, AC/DC.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, they are absolutely incredible. If you haven't seen them live, you should.
Yeah.
And anyway, actually, I was up in the very top of the nosebleed section down in Nashville at Nissan Stadium watching them perform. And I remember thinking, wow, every single song, as soon as the song starts, you know, oh, that's Dirty Deeds or that's Highway to Hell, just from the guitar lick or the drums or whatever. And then it seemed like all their hits would always have a chant section where everyone up in the nosebleed, it was a party section. So I texted my co-writers I was riding with the next day, and I said, y'all, we need to have an intro with this song. Maybe we start out with just drums and then an iconic guitar lick that people will know immediately. This is Bed of Roses. And let's have a section too that it's kind of like a little bit of a rock edge where, you know, it's not even necessarily words, but it's something people can chant to in the audience. And we walked into the session that day kind of with that on our minds. And anyway, they definitely did influence the song quite a bit.
I love it. But you are no stranger to Great Day Live. We actually pulled some footage from when you were here in 2019.
Wow.
So what would you tell that girl, you know, about almost 10 years later?
That's incredible. I would say, you know, buckle up, puppy. You know, it's going to be an exciting time. This is so full circle coming back. You know, I feel like I'm coming home a little bit, and literally and figuratively. Yeah. You know, I was so excited whenever, you know, I was on Great Day Live several years ago. You know, there I am playing the keyboard, and, you know, there are my overalls, you know. And even then, you know, I was writing songs, and I was so excited just to be diving into music. And, you know, there's so many different chapters, you know, to everyone's life. I'm sure it's the same with you, with your journey so far. And, man, I would just tell her to enjoy the ride. Yeah. Smell the roses. Yes. You know what I'm saying? It's all full circle right there.
It is. So Better Roses out right now. So I'm going to have you take it away.
Let's do it, baby.
All right, let's do it.
Thank you. She got tired of hiding her black eye behind her white picket fence. Maybe it was wrong, maybe it was right, maybe it was self-defense. She wrote him up real good, didn't have to take him too far. Guess there ain't no place better than your own backyard. He's pushing up daisies, he woke up a crazy. Now he's a slave, 6 feet below. They don't even know it, he's under their noses. He's pushing up daisies in her bed of roses. He's pushing them up. He's pushing them up. The sheriff came sniffing around, but she was one hell of an improviser. Little did he know that deadbeat of hers made a damn good fertilizer. I'll tell ya, you ain't seen nothing better in a Better Homes and Garden. She made good use of her dearly departed. He's pushing up daisies, he woke up a crazy. Now he's a slave, 6 feet below. They don't even know it, he's under their noses. He's pushing up daisies in her bed of roses. He's pushing them up. He's pushing them up. Roses are red, carnations are white. Beauty grew out of a thorn in her side. Roses are red, carnations are white. Ripped out that thorn in her side. He's pushing up daisies, he woke up a crazy. Now he's asleep, 6 feet below. They don't even know it, he's under their noses. He's pushing up daisies in her bed of roses. He's pushing them up. He's pushing them up. He's pushing them up.
Yes, girl. Thank you. Oh my goodness. So Bed of Roses is out everywhere. You can stream it on all the platforms. Mary, thank you so much for stopping by today.
Thanks, girl, for having me.
So you can follow her everywhere at Mary Kutter.